Hello, hello. Why I stopped celebrating Thanksgiving. If you watch my video about why I stopped going to church, I also celebrated my last Thanksgiving around that time when I came to the understanding of what exactly it meant, the origin of it, and whom they were, getting rid of. So around that time, I came out of the church and I started only celebrating the holy days that were in the Bible. I stopped even celebrating birthdays at one point, but I have resumed celebrating and acknowledging birthdays right now. But so initially, Thanksgiving, it wasn't called Thanksgiving, but it didn't begin on the note that it actually ended. At first, it was more of a mutual agreement, understanding, and, um, you know, the settlers and the indigenous people helping one another. Okay. Or I should say, the indigenous helping the settlers or new arrivals here from wherever they came from. So eventually, it became a territory issue, and more settlers came, and it became a situation of colonization. And so a lot of indigenous people lost their lives, and it was on purpose and intentional because what they had was wanted and needed by the people who were coming here. So, as far as that is concerned, that is one of the main reasons I do not celebrate Thanksgiving anymore, because I feel that the origin of it is giving thanks for being able to survive in a land of which the newcomers were actually unaliving the indigenous people here. The second biggest and main reason I do not celebrate Thanksgiving anymore is the fact that if you are an African American, all right, if you are a Black person, born and raised here, your parents were born and raised here, grandparents possibly born and raised here, then you might have heard that you have Indian in your blood or you have Indian in your family. You know, a lot of people say that and they think it's cliche because they want to claim, oh, I have lighter skin or a different hair texture or whatever the case may be. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about truly factual people that have indigenous blood running through their veins. And it doesn't have to be the indigenous people that you think of, um, the actual color and shade that you think of when you think of an American Indian or Indian, because a lot of those Indians, if not most of them, were copper colored. Columbus is recorded to have said when he got here, he met copper colored people when he got here. That copper is like a penny, okay? It is a darker skin tone. So with that being said, that's probably the biggest reason I don't celebrate Thanksgiving anymore, is because there's oral tradition. I have not taken a blood test yet, but I am almost certain. And there's oral tradition. There is visible evidence that I am indigenous to America, one of the original copper colored people, a descendant of the copper colored people that were here. All right, so that's the main reason, I should say, that I do not celebrate Thanksgiving anymore. I see no need in celebrating something, in celebrating the total takeover of a territory, of a people, the massacre of a people, the isolation of a people, the total theft of land and resources from a people, of a culture, their history, everything. So the fact that I've been told on both sides of my family that there is indeed indigenous blood running through our veins, uh, I stopped celebrating it. There's no need for me to celebrate that whatsoever. I take no pleasure in it. I enjoy having the day off, of course, because it's a holiday, so I take it. But as far as participating in festivities of that, and turkeys and feathers and just, that meal on that day, I have no joy or interest in doing that anymore. So let me know you all's opinions, your questions, your concerns about this topic. I don't celebrate Christmas anymore. I don't celebrate 4th of July for obvious reasons. But yeah, Thanksgiving is one that's coming up, so that's the one I chose to talk about today. I want to thank you all for watching and be blessed.